Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Micah just checking in with another update for my contest prep. And basically, we're 7 weeks out or 48 days away from stepping on stage in the under 165 class at the Washington State Emerald Natural Pro-Am. So I'm pretty excited at this point. So getting really close. Body is definitely taking a beating, especially this past week. But I just wanted to give an update on where I'm at with my progress, and I'm also going to upload a video of some posing just in the gym, and I possibly might be able to get some more footage as I practice in a class today. So, so basically, I'll run down what this past week has been. My macros have stayed the same, and so it's pretty low right now. 75 grams of fat, 75 grams of carbs, 65 grams of fat, and about 254 grams of protein. This is not typically what I did before my last prep, but since working with my new coach and just trying something different, we approached it this way, and it seems like my body's responding pretty well. I'm at the point where my physique is, beaten my last time that I stepped on stage. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens because I still have 7 more weeks to make progression, and definitely I'm pretty excited just because I'm not going to do any more shows for the rest of the year. So this is the one and only. Typically I do 2 a year, but honestly I'm pretty happy at where I'm at, considering I've been contest prepping since October. And so but basically this past week we changed up the cardio, and it's been pretty rough. I've still been doing the Stir Climber 25 minutes Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I do it for 25 minutes. I do 5-minute intervals now of level 20. So typically I know it's not very accurate with the calories burned in the machine, but it does say that I'm burning over 500 calories per session, and that really does engage my hamstrings and my glutes, and definitely kicked it up a notch with maxing out on the machine for those 5-minute intervals and 1-minute rest in between. And so then my coach, he changed up my other 3 days of cardio to 5-minute sessions, 4-time intervals for the recumbent bike. And I typically don't use the recumbent bike, and so this was definitely a change up for me. I don't like biking. Just some past experiences with physical therapy on my knee, getting 2 knee surgeries, ACL replacements, all that good stuff. But anyway, we came to the conclusion that this is going to really help bring up my hamstrings and my glutes, and this is something that's really exciting for me because I've never been able to dial those in for a show. And that's what separates really people on the stage, is not what you look like in the front, but what you look like in the back. And luckily my back is one of my strongest points, but I really need to bring up my hamstrings and my glutes so that I can have that that whole package, that full package when I step on stage. So basically you go all out, 5 minutes per session, and you do a minute recovery, and then you go another 5 minutes. Basically you want to beat the amount of calories burned from the previous interval, and let me tell you, your body just does not adapt to that scenario. So you basically have to continue to beat yourself each time, and it's been really tough, being on lower macros, and at the beginning of the week it's okay, and then towards Wednesday, Thursday, that's when it starts kicking in as far as mental fatigue, physical fatigue. I mean, basically your body's kind of run down, but it's kind of expected at this point, and honestly, I'm totally fine with it. just because I know I'm bringing in a different look this time around, and I'm excited to exceed what I looked like last June when I stepped on stage. My weight currently, when I wake up now, it's about 153-ish, like within that realm, maybe 154. And at this point, like, weight doesn't matter. Even my coach has told me, like, it doesn't really matter what the weight on the scale says. It's basically what your appearance looks like, and I definitely agree with that at this point, since I'm way below my weight class. At the end of the day, the leaner I look, the more conditioned I look, the bigger I'm going to look on stage. And so I don't necessarily care so much about the weight on the scale at this point. You know, I weight a lot lighter when I work out. Obviously, it might be like 2 pounds down from when I initially wake up. I don't eat before I go to the gym, and I don't feel good if I do. And so I actually don't notice that much of a difference with having a meal in me if I do work out in the afternoons. So, you know, that's just what works for me. And honestly, it's, you know, this past week, even my coach, when I set up my update pics, you know, you can definitely notice a difference with my lower half of my body finally dialing in and trying to catch up to my upper body conditioning. So I'm pretty psyched on what's going to happen in the next, you know, few weeks, because at, you know, the 2-week mark out, or 1 week out, 7 to 10 days. I mean, during those last couple weeks of training, before stepping on stage, you basically will know what you look like, what you're going to look like on stage. So making the improvements now, making the adjustments now, and the nice thing is it's slight adjustments. It's not, here's this big change that we're going to make this week and good luck. It's little changes just to see what your body's going to do. And at that point, you know, you definitely already putting your body in a stressful situation. It's been contest prepping for quite a while, and it's time to really just do little things, so that your body can, you know, keep going and keep making progress. And you don't have to make huge changes to be able to be successful and bring in the total package. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to give a shout out to my boy Mario. He's in California, and he just launched his new website for clothing line and training. So he's kind of up and running now, and so I'm pretty excited. I mean, he sent me this sweet sweatshirt, but his brand is BAAAB, basically building an, you know, absolute awesome body, and it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna actually put a link below in my comment, in my description, and also like a promo code so that you can have 20% off if you choose to purchase anything on his site. First-time users, first-time buyers can get 20% off their order. But I definitely like his clothing line. I mean, it's pretty sweet, very high-end, you know, as far as the quality of it. Plus it came, you know, really quick, came within like 2 days. So definitely support him. But honestly, like, that's how it's been this past week with my current situation. No changes to macros, just cardio changed up a little bit, and just, oh yeah, my strength training, my lifting routine, lifts are still continually, you know, my strength is still there, so I continue to push it each time I work out. You know, at this point, like, if I'm feeling good with my lifts, I'm gonna continue to push it. You know, it's funny to me when people dial it down when they contest prep. Now I get it, when you're in a calorie deficit, you're not going to keep all your strength gains that you made in your building phase, but honestly, what got you big in your building phase is what's going to keep that muscle maintained throughout your contest prep. So you can't be just changing up everything and just doing super high reps when you were doing low reps, you know, and you were lifting heavy. You know, what got you big? You know, you can basically do the same thing, but obviously you got to listen to your body and what works. but I'm doing the same lifts that I was doing in my building phase, and honestly, like I'm super happy that my strength hasn't necessarily gone down on most of my lifts, and actually just being able to push weight, you know, it just shows that as you take time to contest prep, like the longer you take, the more honest you are with yourself on how long it's going to take to dial you in. Your body can adjust and adapt, and it's not going to just go full-blown exhaustion if you're only doing like a 12-week prep, 10-week prep. I mean, that doesn't seem logical. You're going to drop so many unnecessary muscle gains if you do it too quickly. That's just my opinion, but for me personally, um, I don't believe in anything lower than a 20 some odd week prep. You know, that's just me, just because I know how long it takes for me personally to come dialed in. But honestly, that's all I have for you. I don't want to keep rambling on, but I'm going to post some videos about me posing, and then I actually got some supplements in the mail, some pre-workouts. I don't typically use those, but if they're going to send it to me, I'll review them, I'll test them out. But generally, I keep it just straight protein powders, and multivitamins and fish oils, honestly. But I'll go ahead and probably review some of those so that you guys can be aware of what my view or my take on supplements in general are. But other than that, if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll definitely reach out and do that in a follow-up video. But thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and have a good one. Bye-bye.